Hello and welcome to the Rock Your Voice podcast. Vocal coaching tips that will transform your voice, interviews that will inspire, industry guidance, and so much more. Without further ado, let's get on with the show. Hello and welcome. So today we are going to be looking at warming up, why it's important, and I'm going to be giving you a few tips about breathing and breathing technique. So there's a lot to think about when you're warming up. It's a really, really important thing to do. So many people just dive straight on into singing because it's fun and we're musicians and we have singer brains and we want to just get going. But it's really important to take even just 5 minutes to get your voice moving, to relax things, to warm them up and get them ready for action. You're going to get so much more out of your singing experience if your voice is ready and warmed up. I always compare it to working out, even though I don't do that as much as I should at all. But yeah, it's like when you go to the gym, if you're about to work out, you want to warm up your muscles or at least give them a decent stretch so that you are ready to perform in the gym. So, with your voice, it's exactly the same thing. You need to get those muscles ready for action. So what I suggest is always doing at least 5 to 10 minutes, and it's a gentle warm-up. Don't create something that you feel you have to sit down, commit half an hour to, and then you're never going to do it. So just think of something really simple, 5 to 10 minutes, and it can literally just be a matter of humming along to a nice, easy song, or you can do several exercises, but you don't want to start working your voice too much from the very beginning. A lot of people think it's very similar to an intensive vocal workout. It's really not. We just want to get things moving. We want to get things activated and start to gently push the boundaries of your range. So exactly like you would stretch before a workout, we want to do the same thing for your voice. A very gentle stretch. We're not pushing, we're not lifting, we're not adding power, we're not adding volume. That's a vocal workout. We are just warming up at this point. So you want to start initially, if you are right at the beginning here with me, we want to start thinking about breathing right off the bat. So for your breathing, you want to do it as naturally as possible. A lot of people suddenly hyper-focus on the diaphragm, about their support, how they're standing, and things start getting weird immediately. We want to stay as natural and as neutral as possible. Engage something that you've been doing your whole life. We're going to start maybe taking a little bit more breath in and supporting it a little bit more, but we don't want to suddenly throw something very strange and foreign at your body. So with your natural in-breath, so what you want to do is just sit really naturally, relax your shoulders, and just make sure that they are in a really nice neutral position, and just work on taking a few nice deep breaths and allowing your stomach to move in and out. Okay, so as you're filling up your lungs, if you're filling up properly, your stomach is going to move outwards because your lungs need somewhere to go. They are going to create more space inside of you. So your stomach is going to pop outwards. So take a nice deep breath. Allow your stomach to move. Keep your shoulders in the same position. You don't want to lock them down, but you don't want them coming up and down. You don't want to be shallow breathing into your chest. So a nice, gentle, neutral breath. If you practice things like yoga or meditation, this might just be second nature to you. So this is something that some people are really just, it's a natural thing. Some people are really tense in their shoulders. They're shallow breathers by nature. So we want to eliminate that. So when you're breathing in, if you do shallow breathe and your shoulders are lifting up, what's going to happen is muscles are going to engage around your neck and even to a specific degree, well, to a certain degree in and around your throat and your larynx. So keeping everything really relaxed and neutral there is really important for your voice. So with that breath, you're going to take a few nice deep breaths in, get used to where your stomach is moving to. You're filling up your lungs. You might feel a little bit of a stretch across the lower back because, of course, your rib cage will also be expanding. So you want to feel movement there. Now, taking a nice deep breath, and with a hiss, you're just going to hold it for as long as you can. So you breathe in and then and just keep that going for as long as you can. You want it to be a nice, strong hiss. It's not like we're trying to hold your breath here. You're trying to push air out. So you could go for a minute and a half if you really wanted to, but essentially there you're just holding your breath. You're not working on your support for controlling your breath there. You're just holding it. So a really nice, strong hiss that would be tss. And ideally, you want to aim for like maybe 10 to 15 seconds. And that's going to really start working your support. You're going to feel your diaphragm engaging there. And I don't generally talk too much about the diaphragm because people seem to get really hung up about it. I don't know why, but you're just going to breathe. You're going to breathe naturally. And I like to refer to your support more so than just your diaphragm, because you're going to be engaging your abs, all the muscles down there that are going to be doing the push and the work for you further on down when we're warmed up and singing. I refer to that more as your support than just isolating your diaphragm, which is very hard to get your head around because we can't see it. That's something to start your warm up with, is the hissing. Then we're going to work on doing some hiss bursts, which is also going to really engage that support. So you're going to take that nice deep breath in, your stomach's going to expand slightly, and then you're just going to just a few nice strong hiss bursts. I'd say to aim for maybe 10 to 15 again. And that's just a nice steady number where, again, you're not holding your breath to do as many as you possibly can. You're actually engaging the support. You're pushing the air out. And you're getting your brain and your lungs working together, starting to get used to what your lung capacity can do. So your brain and your lungs are getting synchronized. You're feeling how much you can do. Your lungs are starting to expand and you're starting to warm things up there. So hiss bursts and hissing are a great way to start to get your breath moving and everything warming up with your breathing. Don't overthink your breath. When you do have a long line coming up in a song, or if you're starting a song, don't take a huge gasp and just fill up ridiculously like a balloon. You just want to fill up nice and naturally, nice and controlled, and you don't want to gasp for air so that you're totally full and you can't expel it. Also, eventually you're holding your breath, but you just want to start to get used to knowing exactly how much you can breathe in and just how much is required to hold a nice steady line when you're singing. Don't overbreathe. So the next exercise we're going to do is just a really nice lip roll. So this one, you can hold your cheeks up if you're not driving in your car. I always suggest holding your cheeks up. Like, you gently just put your fingers at the bottom of your jawline and push up slightly. So you're supporting the weight of your cheeks, and you're going to do a nice bubbly. Okay, this can be really challenging for some people. So don't get too frustrated if it's just and it's locking up and it's making you crazy. Just totally, you have to be relaxed for this exercise. And if you're not, it's going to lock up and it's going to make you even more frustrated, and you're going to go in a vicious cycle and it's just going to get really hard. So neutral, relaxed, nice and easy. Take one of those nice, relaxing, deep breaths. And we're just going to do a slide. So it's early for me. It's like 9:30 in the morning right now. And I figured it'd be a good time for me to record a warm up because it will show those cracks. So for example, with that lip roll there, it cracked out, which is totally fine. We're warming up. We're not aiming for perfection. So you can hear at the top there where it wants to warm up and it needs a bit of work to get going. So take your time. Do as many of those as you like to just warm things up. Again, you're going to be working your breathing here. So just one more time. Over at rockyourvoicepodcast.com, I'm going to have practice tracks and audio that you can download so that you can practice doing your lip rolls in runs and follow along with scales too. So head over to rockyourvoicepodcast.com and there'll be lots of tracks for you to practice with. But for now, we're going to move on. We're going to add in some lip roll bursts. So just like the hiss bursts, this is going to start to really work your breathing too. So you're going to take a nice deep breath, and we'll just do 5 to start. You're going to go. And that's going to start warming things up. You're combining your voice and your breathing here. So now let's try 10. So nice deep breath, stomach's going to expand, breathing in, and Excellent. So 10 to 15 is a really good spot to work on those. Again, any more, and you will start to be kind of holding your breath as opposed to using your breath. So warming up, really important to just get things moving really, really gently. Looking at your breathing, you can do your hissing, your hiss bursts, your lip rolls, but keep everything as neutral as possible. Don't start doing weird things with your body, locking things up, getting tight and tense. You want to stay nice and neutral and relaxed. So when you do start a line in a song, you want to take your in breath almost like starting a sentence to say, hello, my name is, or just starting a neutral sentence. You don't want to be and then sing a line, because then everything is just overfull and tense and tight. You want to stay nice and natural. If you do have a really long line coming up where breathing is going to be a challenge, or you have to hold a really long note for a really long time, make sure that you give yourself time to breathe in beforehand. So if there is a little break in the music where you do have a few counts, take that time to breathe in. So breathe in for that whole period of time. Don't suddenly wait, gasp, and then go. So if it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, take that time to be like 1, 2, 3, 4, then sing, as opposed to 1, 2, 3, go. Okay? So take your time, take it easy with your breath. And that's going to really help give you a nice, sturdy start to your singing. And remember, with warming up, everything is just gentle and easy. We're not working out. So today we've just looked at breathing and warming up your breath control, getting everything moving there. The lip rolls are a really great way to gently start introducing the voice with your warm-up. So over at rockyourvoicepodcast.com, there will be some scales for you to practice with. Those will be free for you to access. So just head over there and log into the scales and resources page, and you'll be able to download those to practice in the car too. And good luck with your warm-up. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow. I truly appreciate all the support, and share with your friends if they are interested in learning. So coming up with our next technique session, we're going to be looking at vocalizing in your warm-up. So bringing your voice into play and warming up even more. Thanks for joining me, and I will see you next time.